Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to Resort Originals. It is great to have you guys at all today. By the way, do you guys notice anything? I'm testing something out. If you see the smoothness, I'm attempting 60 frames per second. This is not going to be like a super long stream because normally I would start at like 8 o'clock. Mikey, what is up? Good to see you out here tonight. We're going to be doing some shiny hunting. I thought this could be a nice little casual stream just so I can hang out with you guys for the night. Now, don't think it's going to be too long, but I thought, you know what, might as well try. Saustridge, good to see you as well. One thing I want to know from you guys is how the stream is going. This is my first time doing it in 60 frames per second. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to give it a try. If the computer and my internet can handle it, we're going to go for it. But if you guys start to see a little bit of lag or any kind of issues, then by all means, let me know and I'll go back to 30 frames per second for the next stream. So just let me know that. Joshua, good to see you as well. Gosh, it just feels good. Like when I'm seeing it, it's like, man, I haven't seen 60 frames per second in so long. It feels nice. It feels nice. By the way, I should probably go to, where is it? Not that. I was trying some Duel Links, but then I realized the KC Cup is over. I'm like, I don't feel like it. I don't get gems anymore. That's why I was playing. I was playing for gems. There will be more Yu-Gi-Oh content in the future on Twitch, but I might just do that more like on the side just because it's just more grinding at that point. And how long will the stream be? Well, it is 8:45 right now. I normally like to call it quits like between 10 and 10:30. But since I started a little bit late, we'll see. My goal is still going to be probably between 10 and 10:30. So it might be hour and a half-ish if you guys are cool with that. Maybe hour 45. I don't know if I'd be going till 10:45. That's pretty late. But honestly, I just thought, you know what? Let's just give it a try. We're gonna give the, oh man, it just feels cool because I'm like looking at this right now. It's like, oh my God, is this actually working? I could have done 60 frames per second this whole time and I never did it once. But I thought, it's better be safe than sorry. But I don't know. It's just pretty cool. Like for streaming and stuff, we're doing 60 frames. I know like the whole movie thing's like 24 frames per second and all that. But hey, this ain't a movie. This is an event of a lifetime. All right, what do I want? Grab this. All right, in England, nearly 3 a.m. just playing PS5. Saustridge, man, props to you. Props to you hanging out. I don't even remember the last time I have been up at 3 a.m. other than like getting up to pee. That's pretty much been my story at this point. So I have become an old man that is used to a routine and cuts everything off no later than midnight. My goal is like 11, but that's kind of it. Lockdown, good to see you as well. Happy to have you out here for this nice little casual stream. Maybe finally I'll be able to get to Tapu Koko because quite frankly, I'm just like, I am 100% taking a break from shiny hunting once I get this Tapu Koko. I just can't take it. Oh, you gotta go, but you'll be back later. All right, sounds good, Mikey. Well, I appreciate you just stopping by to say hello. By the way, if you guys don't forget to hit that like button. We're streaming. We need the like button. We need the like. Can I get a like at least for 60 frames per second? I need to know, guys. Is it looking smooth? Should I stop doing this or do I just keep doing it until it lags? I don't really know. Either way, I'm just I can slide this way. If you're wondering how I got it, it involves 1 week of no sleep, coffee, oranges, and onion gravy. That is a diet I would wish not even on my worst on my worst enemy. I don't think anyone deserves that, but I gotta give you props for doing that. Plus, I mean, you also are playing a PS5, and not a lot of people get to say that they can do that. I can't say I can do that right now. Otherwise, you'd be seeing me stream on twitch.tv/resortoriginals and playing Miles Morales, or I probably would have beat it by now. I could be playing it on PS4, but I mean, I plan on getting a PS5 anyways, so it's like, doesn't really matter. Like I'm gonna get it on PS5 eventually, so I thought I might as well play it on the highest resolution I can, and that will be for the PS5. I also need to get a new TV. I honestly don't think my TV can even play in 4K, because when I always get a new TV whenever I get a new console, and my last TV I got was 2013, right? 2013 when the PS4 came out. So pretty much once that came out, I got my TV paired along with it, and now it's time to do the same. But with my TV, it's a thick boy. It's a thick boy. I'm ready to upgrade because this thing is like a heater as well, which is kind of nice in wintertime though, I gotta say. Like in winter, you want your warm to be nice and toasty. And I don't know if that affects the electric bill or how that works for the heat, but either way, I am very comfortable in my room. Do I need this thing? Use ancient power. Nah. I'll keep my berserker. I like my berserker. I think I like berserker more than Persian too. I don't know. What do you guys think of berserker as a design? Honestly, it came out of left field. Like that was like the least like, especially like when I ran into Galarian Meowth. I'm like, what? We just got one in Alola and we're getting another one in Galar. I think that just might be a trend. I genuinely think that forms are here to stay because they had such a good reception in Sun and Moon, which by the way, guys, if you didn't notice, I thought we could get some good luck vibing by playing the Sun and Moon soundtrack while we're trying to get Tapu Koko. Is that a good idea? I feel like that's a good idea that we should be doing that. So I'm like, all right, let's just do this. All right. Let's get this going. Do I be the one that does this? So we got Phalanx that is already going to be weak and probably die to Tapu Koko. Do we have any poison moves against it? You know what? I guess I'm going to have to Dynamax and just go for a Max Steel Spike. I guess that's what I'm going to have to do. You know what I would really love? I would love to get a shiny right here and just be like, you know what? We're done. 10-minute stream. Get it, got it, good, see ya. I actually do, gonna make some pizza real quick. All right, lockdown sounds good. That sounds good. Some pizza and some streaming. That's like a perfect combination. That's like the new, instead of pizza in a movie or pizza and popcorn in a movie, it's now pizza and stream because nobody's watching movies anymore because COVID. So, I mean, I think that's the new wave. We just gotta go. We're just gonna be going pizza and stream, or like Netflix. Instead of Netflix and chill, it's gonna be stream and chill. Even though you guys are the ones chilling and I'm the one streaming, so it's we got to balance of both, right? Oh man, I did not think it would take. Because how long has the Crown Hunter been out? Because I have been shiny hunting since like day 3 of the Crown Tundra being out, because I believe I streamed the whole playthrough and I think it took me 3 days to beat like 3 streams to finish the DLC, and from there that's when the shiny hunting started. I could actually just check my whatever it's called. Warning, the stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that you use a stream bitrate of 4,500 kiloframes per second. Ah, see, there is something going on here. Okay. All right, so the stream status is good. It's not excellent. So that puts into perspective that maybe we cannot do the 60 frames per second. We're learning here, but this is good for me to know, because I'm like, I'm just gonna try it once. We're gonna see what happens. I also want to hear from you guys, because all I get to see is good stream status. Now, normally when I do it with 30 frames per second, I get excellent. So there's just a little bit off right now. I could up the bit rate, but I'm not totally positive what I can potentially handle. But either way, this is good. Because I wasn't gonna like this. It's not like this stream's gonna go viral, unless if it is. I'd have to do something pretty wild for this to get wild, to get like stream crazy. I don't know if we're at that level, but I gotta say, it looks nice. It looks nice when I'm looking at it on Streamlabs because there's no delay there. Well, because this ain't. I'm not using any internet with that. Well, I kind of am, but not really. All right, I'm out of Premier Balls again. I swear to God, because I always buy Pokeballs in bulk of 200, and I'm pretty sure I have gone to the Pokemon Center. Oh my god, I don't even want to know how many times I've gone to the Pokemon Center to get more Pokeballs. It's rough. I would rather not even try to figure that out because I know the odds to get Tapu Koko has beaten me. Like I have 100% lost that battle. It's supposed to be 1 in 100 because it's a 1% chance. And I lost that battle. I literally did. Now it's just more of how bad is it gonna hurt? All right, we got 04, 04, and we have nothing. Absolutely freaking nothing. Nothing. Why? Why? I want to be done. I want to move on. I want to go to something else. I want to do the Galar Star tournament. I literally haven't even done that yet. I mean, I can literally do whatever I want, but I really want to, like, I would love to do the Galar Star tournament with all my shiny Tapus. That sounds cool. I would love to do that. My usual film snacks are popcorn, hot dog, nachos, and Terry chocolate orange. That is an interesting combination and sounds like I would have to go to the bathroom like halfway through the movie. I could not handle that. Hope you get the shiny this time. I hope so too, Brandon. I hope so too. But you never know. I mean, statistically, we're supposed to get it in 100. But realistically, I could literally never ever get Tapu Koko shiny. Literally that could be the case. So it's just sad. It's just sad. Tell me USA has Terry's chocolate orange. I have never heard of that in my entire life. But if you want to send it over, I will do a taste test live on stream. But I'd have to get like a PO box or something because it's probably a bad idea to send my address out to everybody. That's probably a no-no. All right, what should I grab here? Oh, yeah. I'll ride this the Cradilly. Cradilly. I like Cradilly. It sounds flowy. Cradilly. It sounds like there should be a hyphen in between. So I'm not calling it that. It's Cradilly. By the way, do you guys miss this the Alola music? I will be the first to admit Alola is like my favorite music aside from the original Kanto music, just because it's so nostalgic. But I do have to give Kanto props. Like, they knocked it out of the park with that. They really did. Like, as far as like I don't even think nostalgia matters, but Kanto bops. That's all I gotta say. I could listen to Kanto music literally anytime, any day. And Mikey, you're shiny hunting Necrozma. You know what? I say I think tinted shinies should be illegal. But something about just like the purple shade to Necrozma, it looks nice. I don't think Necrozma should be any other color than a very deep dark color. So it's weird. I like the tint on it. I shouldn't like the tint on it because I literally hate tinted shinies. But that's one that it looks nice. That deep purple. It looks good. It really does. I'm back till my pizza is done. All right, well, lockdown. I mean, by all means, eat your pizza here. Come hang out. Give me a couple bites. I could use some snack. Actually, I had a little stomachache snack because I did have some movie theater popcorn. Because I have our theaters are open, but they're not doing well. There's like nobody in the parking lot. I feel really bad. I feel like I should just go in there and just donate them like $50 or something. Just please don't go out of business for when Marvel movies are back in theaters, because I will be coming to you guys a lot. So I just kind of feel bad about that. Necrozma shiny is a light blue. No, it's not. Necrozma shiny is like a deep purple. Look this up. Shiny Necrozma. Yeah, I call this like, maybe it is more blue. Look it up here. All right, let's see. It's not a good color of it. Let's see. I don't know. It looks pretty dark to me. Like here's a render from, you guys can see. I mean, this is the render in Sword and Shields. I mean, that looks pretty dark to me. It's definitely, I would not say it's light blue. It's definitely not light blue. Yeah, I would say, okay, it's not purple. It's more of like a navy blue kind of look to it, if you guys can see from here. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely more of a shade, just like a different, just a slight nudge in different colors. I'm watching Venom. Oh my god, Sasha's. I literally thought that you were saying that you were watching Venom 2, Mike. Bro, I don't need to know the legalities of how you have that movie. Send me the link. Send me the link. But no, I get that. Yeah, Venom 2. Yep, I'll be there. I'll be in the theater for that. I'll be in the theater for Black Widow. WandaVision, well, WandaVision won't be in theaters, but I do think, I think it'd be a good idea if theaters were able to have access, or I don't even know how it works, but just have the rights to play the Disney Plus movies, where not only can you watch it on Disney Plus, but or you could go to the theater and pay money to go, like just what you'd see for a movie, and maybe they play the entire series for you, or they do like a stretch of like 4 episodes in a row or something like that. Like I would go to see Mandalorian, like the entire first season in theaters. I think it'd be pretty cool. So I think there might be ways for them to get out of that. I think it really just comes down to like, is it ethical to do that? Is it like ethical as in like, should we be promoting people to go out there, or I don't know. There's a lot of financial things that I don't want to be the one in charge of, and dealing with PR stuff. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm a graphic designer. I like to make cool things. I don't like to deal with people complaining. Bro, the quality just dropped for like a minute. See, that's what I was worried about. So what I'm trying out 60 frames per second. And as far as what I'm getting from you guys is that it's not that good. So I think from here on out, we'll just go back to what it was before. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with 30 frames per second. So yeah, that was just something I wanted to test out tonight. I wish I could go into, can I? I'm gonna try it out. I think, is it locked? Let's see. Is it locked? Output is, let's see. Give me 1 second. Maybe I can change it midstream. I don't think so, because the bitrate is locked. Video. Yeah, I cannot change that. So, you know what I can do actually? So I can end the stream here, but I don't think it necessarily ends the stream there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click end stream on OBS, and then I'll start it up again through here, but I'm not gonna end the stream on YouTube. So you guys should be able to stay in. We're gonna experiment right now. I don't even know. This is gonna be a good thing to try out. So just to make sure that there isn't gonna be any issue here, I'm just gonna click end stream, then I'll start it up again. Hopefully it won't break anything, but if it does, then you guys will just see me. I'll be just go back into your subscriptions. You'll see me streaming again and back in 30 frames per second. So, all right, let's see if it works. Did it work? Did we have any issues? Did it just die for a second? And is it back to normal? That way, yeah, because like I'm already seeing, like right now it's saying stream status is excellent. So we're back on track. Look how easy that was. Look how easy that was. See, that wasn't so bad. We lost a few people because they probably thought the stream died, but nope. Nope. I was just able to do that. So look at that. I solved the problem. Now I'm back to boring 30 frames per second. But you know what? It's better that than frames dropping left and right. So it worked out. Okay, that's actually pretty good for me to know, because if we did that on Twitch, well, actually it doesn't matter on Twitch, because like the second I hit live or go live on OBS, it automatically goes live on Twitch. But if I were to go live in OBS to YouTube, it wouldn't go live. Like I would be able to see the preview, but I have to hit go live on YouTube as well. So that's why you're like, I'm almost kind of like locked into a window, and I have the option to, through the browser, to be able to choose whether I want to end the stream or start the stream or not, which is kind of nice through YouTube. So yeah, that's good to know. I'm glad we could experiment that on just like a really chill, just Monday night stream. Where next time I stream, it'll probably be back on Twitch. I'm thinking about jumping back into Watch Dogs. I took a little bit of a time off from that, but it's also gonna be holidays soon, so it'd probably be tomorrow if I decide to stream again. I might, maybe it'll just be tomorrow. I haven't decided that. But yeah, if you guys are interested in following me on there, if you guys haven't done that yet, I am on twitch.tv/resortoriginals. Super easy to remember. But yeah, so just trying different things out. I think just with Pokemon, it's just, I'm starting to feel a little bit of the shiny hunting fatigue. And like, I just didn't really have anything going on tonight. So I'm like, whatever, I'll just throw on a stream. But I do actually plan on recording another video for YouTube. So I was debating if I want to do that. Maybe I'll do that after this stream. I'll just kind of knock that out. Then I'll give myself like 2 weeks to be able to edit the video, because the editing is what takes the longest. So then I can get you guys out some edited content, because I really do enjoy doing that stuff. And it's just it's just a time. It just consumes too much time for me. So that way, like, I would love to make some more content, because I have a lot of things that I like talking about, as you guys already know. But in the end, it really comes down to just me being able to, wanting to invest, not only just spending a night recording, but then also spend quite a few nights doing the editing for it as well. There's a lot that goes into it, and it's all the politics. There's no politics in it. It's just more of just trying to find time for it. Have some work to finish, but once I'm done, I'll join back. All right, no worries, Mike. I'm just glad whenever you can hang out. By all means, you're always welcome, man. Did you hear Hawkeye getting his own Disney series? Also is Nick Fury, and we want Toby and Andrew in the third film. I'm a little indifferent on Toby and Andrew in the third Spider-Man, just because I feel like the movie then derails from it being about Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Like I'm all about, like, I've moved on. I am someone that really likes, I'm loyal to the original. So like, I was super pissed when they finished Toby's line in Spider-Man. Wow, that was good. What was good, Preeti? I want to know what was so good. Where you're throwing up the deuces? What? I gotta know. You gotta fill me in, man. But yeah, like with Spider-Man, like, I didn't like Andrew Garfield's a lot. I think a lot of it had to do with just me being bitter that they just decided to start all over with Spider-Man and just drop Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man altogether. And like, honestly, I didn't even like the both of the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I just wasn't really feeling it. But then when Tom Holland is like, oh my god, of course they're remaking it again, they're recasting Spider-Man again. But all it really took was one movie, like him to be in 10 minutes of the movie. I was hooked. I'm like, that's Spider-Man. That is the one I want from here on out to play him for the next 30 years. I think it would be like that. That is your guy, Tom Holland. Lock him in. And I think because a lot of people are complaining, like with the current, like everyone loves Tom Holland as Spider-Man, but they make him too reliant on other characters, such as like basically Iron Man creating him. But I really believe that Marvel has a long-term plan with Tom Holland, because I mean, he's whatever, like a couple years younger than me, and you can literally play Spider-Man till he's in his 40s. Who even cares? Because like at this point, you can do an arc of him basically becoming an adult Spider-Man. He is reliant on other people because he plays a high schooler. He needs to be relying on other people. He's very naive. He just doesn't have the maturity yet to be able to become a fully fledged, know how to resolve every situation Spider-Man. He's not there yet. And I think with the third one, that should be the one where he is able to do it with nobody's help. Like, that's the one where he has to mature, he has to come over whatever that adversity is, and then defeat whatever that may be. Wow, did the stream crash? What? What do you mean did the stream crash? Uh-oh. Oh no, it's good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why is it doing that now? I'm gonna open up the widget. It's lower than the recommended bitrate. Nope, I see the issue right now. I see the issue. I'm literally watching the lag. I know it's like behind. What is going on? Because it literally says excellent condition right now. What is happening? All right, I'm gonna refresh. All right, I just refreshed it. Is that better? Maybe that was what needed to happen. I don't know. I don't know what was going on, but is everything good now? Let me know, guys. Yeah, let me know if everything's good to go. It looks fine now. It looks fine now. I just refreshed the browser, so I don't know if it was locked into what my settings were with OBS, and maybe that was the issue. So yeah, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at it right now, and I think we're fine. I'm thinking we're back to normal. Yeah, we're back to normal. What would be your favorite to have? Favorite of what? But yeah, basically going back to my whole Marvel point is being able to, like, I don't even know if we need Sinister Six in the third one. It just seems too accelerated. I think we could probably have its own movie for like the Sinister Six, where it could literally be like the Sinister Six is its movie all on its own, and that's them becoming the Sinister Six, and then it's more of like that's the 3/4 of the story, and then Tom Holland is like kind of trickled in there, but it's not his story. But then the next movie after that is when Tom Holland defeats it. I think that could definitely be a play there. But basically, I want to see 3 trilogies with Tom Holland at least. So we'll get him becoming the adults, and then him being like, this is his everyday routine of just being Spider-Man, having big things to overcome, having his whole love triangle of different characters kind of be there. And then we have kind of like the more matured, fully kind of like more on the decline Spider-Man, where he's starting to look to potentially someone else taking over. And that's when you bring in Miles Morales, and then you mix Tom Holland with Miles Morales for the next trilogy, where it's Tom Holland basically mentoring Miles for the next 2 movies. And then you have potentially Tom Holland dying, because normally, like, that's kind of what happens with Miles Morales' story. And then he basically hands off the torch to Miles Morales there. So basically we get 3, 6, 9, 12, 11 movies with Tom Holland as virtually the main character, 2 of them with him pairing up with Miles Morales. And then you can always get him with the Avenger movies, so you can add like 3 or 4, like in between, like almost every trilogy he's in there. So that's like another 4 movies, which seems like it would be pretty good. So you get all the Tom Holland you need, and then bam, you get the transition from Tom Holland to Miles Morales, and then you literally do Miles Morales version of Tom Holland that he did like for the first like 20 years of Spider-Man, and then Miles Morales for the next 20 years. I don't know. That I think, I don't know. That would be my long-term plan with Tom Holland in Spider-Man, where I love how hype Miles Morales is, but I say ride that hype in the video games, do it in the animated series, so that way you still kind of get him kind of popping around every once in a while, so people still get that love. But then eventually, like, kind of get that break where you're still like Tom Holland riding the storm, and then finish off with Tom Holland, and then you get Miles Morales for the next 20 years after that. So you basically have 40 years of continuity Spider-Man. That sounds amazing to me. That's my ideal Marvel, and that's my ideal MCU down the road. We'll see if that's even possible to do, because anything can happen with the movie industry. Like, the second the franchise stops making money, then it's all over. So hopefully that never happens. But that's pretty much how I would like to see the Spider-Man franchise going on. And honestly, I didn't think I'd be talking that much about Spider-Man, but here we are, because once Marvel gets brought up, I gotta talk about Spider-Man, right? I mean, plus, there's nothing else to talk about because there's literally been 0 Marvel movies for like a year and a half. And what would be my favorite pet lockdown? My favorite pet is a dog. If I turn here, let's see if you can see my little buddy. Actually, you wouldn't be able to see him. He's on the other side of the bed. But he's chilling. He's chilling. All right, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Never mind. Never mind. Yep, that's garbage. That's all garbage. That's a dud. It's another dud. Makes me feel bad. Makes me really sad. I don't like this. Yes, I would like to keep Tapu Koko. I really thought that the Lola music, that would be the key. That's how we become champions and get our, oh no, oopsie. Got a little too trigger happy there. Little too trigger happy. I forgot to hit tweet that we're live. I just did that right now. You might need to pet the doggo for luck. I have tried almost everything possible for better luck. But it hasn't been there. I mean, like, I've gotten shinies while going for Tapu Koko, but it just hasn't been Tapu Koko. Like, literally yesterday, I was on the toilet, actually, and I got a shiny Kangaskhan. So I was like, of course. Of course that's what I get. God forbid me get a freaking Tapu Koko. Because I think so far, while hunting Tapu Koko, I've gotten a total of 2 shinies, I believe. That sounds about right. Yeah, because I've gotten one in the 2nd slot, and I've gotten a shiny in the 3rd slot, but I have not gotten a shiny in the 1st and obviously the 4th slot. So maybe we just need to knock them all. Oh, I was gonna take Marowak. What do I want instead? I don't want any of this. This is all bad. All this is bad for Tapu Koko. All right, what do I want for a shiny chance? I'll go for the Vibrant Linoon. You know, one game I was thinking about playing as well on Twitch? I was thinking about going Digimon, where, I don't know if you guys have heard of the game Cyber Sleuth. They have a 2-parter on it, and I was just thinking, like, man, is that what I jump into for like my next story game? Just cause, like, I don't know how much I want to get into like newly competitive games, where I really like what. I'm just looking at my games right now. Like, it's just more of when it comes to competitive games, I just don't know if that's like in the cards for me anymore, where I just feel like there's too much time and dedication to learning and excelling at the game, where I would much rather just be enjoying playing any random game. The only one that I'm still willing to put some time into is to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, just because I just really like, I really like that card game. That's like one game where I'm still pretty, I like that game a lot. I mean, obviously it's the meta comes and goes, and you'll have decks you like and decks you don't like, but in the end, like, I'm always excited when a new box drops and I can build a new deck if I can afford it, because gems. But yeah, I don't know what do you guys kind of feel like? Like, I don't know what stage of life you guys are in, but I'm at the stage of my life where I'm working full time. I mean, I've been doing that for over I've been working full time for like a year and a half from now. Obviously, as you guys know, I got laid off because of COVID, but I'm back on the workforce. So I had, unfortunately, three months off of no full-time work, which was too bad, but I'm back on the work grind. It is a good time, but it's a busy time, and it's just something where I kind of have to prioritize my free time now, and where should that be going to? All I gotta say is you guys should be happy that my girlfriend's a nurse, because I mean, she's gone like at least three nights out of the week. So I'm like, well, she's not home and I'm just hanging out. I might as well stream. What else am I gonna do? I could either play video games by myself and be quiet, or I can hang out with you guys and talk about my life and different life lessons and stories I can give for you guys. So I don't know, you guys can let me know kind of like what other games do you guys like? Do you guys like the uber competitive games? Mikey, good to see you back here. I'm doing some polls. I'm not typing any polls, but just I want to feel you guys out. What do you guys like? Other games than Pokemon? Are you guys more RPG guys? Are you like Pokemon? That's it. That's literally all I play. Or are you guys like card games, kind of like where I do Duel Links now on Twitch? Or do you guys like the RPGs, like where with like Watch Dogs, where I was playing that? Cyberpunk comes out, I'll be playing that one on Twitch for sure. I think that'll be a really good time. Or you guys like more like the Call of Duty, the Destiny, more of like the Riot games where you have like TFT, where you have to learn a whole meta and stuff. I mean, there's so many different types of games. That's why I feel like anybody can be into video games, because there's so many different genres. Like, you guys would never see me play a fast-paced video game streaming. I just can't do it. I need to be the one that's like concentrating the whole time, and even then I'm not that great, so you guys would be getting zero like dialogue in the game, and you'd be watching me play horribly at the game too. So it's like a lose-lose for you guys, and a lose for me, because then I'm putting all this effort into, like, I don't even know what it means to put effort, but just like trying to stream with all that. But yeah, I mean, I was like, for me personally, like when it comes to like shooting games, I just like to do it with friends at this point, where I mean, I don't really just pick up Call of Duty and just play by myself. I'd have to like hit up a friend like, yo, you want to jump on some COD tonight? And if we can get some people in a party, then by all means, yeah, sure, let's go for it. But at this point, I mean, pretty much my entire friend group actually didn't get Call of Duty this year. So since they're not getting it, I'm like, all right, well then I'm not gonna get it, because I'll probably be hyped for it for a weekend and then probably not play it again. So, and it took up way too much space on my computer. It was ridiculous. Like, I got a 500 terabyte SSD, and I swear to God, it took like up 300 gigabytes. Did I say 500 terabyte? 500 gigabyte SSD, and it took up like 300 gigs. So it was just like that. That was not in the cards for me to invest into a game. And I'm like, if I want to play other games, like, I gotta delete other games too. So I'm just like, you know what? 300 gigabytes is not worth it for any game. I'm sorry. Like, that's just ridiculous. Especially for like what you can get out of a game too. Like for an RPG, maybe I'd consider it, because that just gives you so much content to play. And I like the exploring. That's why, like, I'm sure you guys have kind of seen how I treat RPGs, open world RPGs. I will never go straight through the story. That's just not who I am. I like to explore it. I like to look at a bunch of different things, and I don't know. There's just there's just some freedom in the fact that I know I can do whatever I want in the game, plus also go follow along their created storyline as well. It's a good feeling, and that's why, like with Pokemon, I think they capitalized really well with the Crown Tundra, where you could go off and adventure and do your own thing. Granted, if you went to do your own thing, there wasn't any like side missions really for you to do, unless if it meant virtually just switching or just like trying to get like footprints and stuff, where that I don't really call those side missions. I think they would need better side missions, where I don't know, maybe Pokemon needs like another element to their games, where it doesn't need to be like any kind of mission doesn't necessarily have to be battling, where maybe you need to go and there's like a mini game where you have to go do a race with certain Pokemon or something like that, like what they had in X and Y. I mean, you never got a race, but I mean, they had like Rhyhorn racing. I don't know why they didn't give me a chance to like have like a mini game to race with a Rhyhorn. I think that'd be pretty cool. But just like having other things than just like the core battling format of the game, where you can like do other things that would be pretty fun within the game as well. So just like, I don't know, there's just, Pokemon is just such an open-ended idea place for just trying different things out, where I just never really like, I don't know, there's so many things you can do with it. And that's why like I just feel like I've been let down a decent amount when it came to playing Pokemon games, at least recently. Like Gen 6 was a pretty big letdown for me, like other than like the hype of just being 3D and having Mega Evolutions. I mean, the story wasn't that great. It was a very quick game. The evil team really didn't make any sense whatsoever. And Gen 7 definitely redeemed that. I know people complain about Ultra Sun and Moon, but honestly, if Ultra Sun and Moon, if they were their standalone games, I mean, honestly, I'd probably rank them as the #1 Pokemon game like they've ever made. So I mean, it's not like Pokemon's had a recent like only bad games. Like, no, they maybe have created the best game ever in Pokemon, in my opinion. And there's just a lot of good things that they can take out of that. And I think that's what they learned though with Ultra Sun and Moon, is to add that really good content, just make it DLC. Why do I gotta play whatever 16 to 24 hours into a game just to get to the new content? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So they took that to heart, and this is the result. This is what we have right here. So a lot of good things to say about the game. I think there's a lot of room for improvements or just building off of what they did in this game. This was kind of like, I feel like it was the experimental game in a very base model of it, where there really wasn't any story, but there were features into this game that could be implemented into the future. Like, for example, like with raids, every person I've ever talked to hates just max raid battles, and it was grabbed from Pokemon Go. And when it came to Pokemon Go, I mean, I honestly think Pokemon Go and main series games should never even interact with each other, because they're so different. Where Pokemon Go is such a casual pickup game, where Pokemon, like the main series game, should be the exact opposite of that. And I don't like that they brought in aspects of just oversimplifying a game and just having long periods of battling. I don't really like that, unless if there's actual strategy behind it. Otherwise, you're just spamming A literally over and over and over again until you win. So that's kind of how I feel about that. Oh, Mohammed, back to give me some luck. Well, I certainly hope so. Maybe this will be it. We just get this. Mohammed gives me the shiny Tapu Koko, and I'm done. And then we never shiny hunt again. I probably wouldn't say that. I would say once I get shiny Tapu Koko, I'll probably take about a month off from shiny hunting, at least. I'll probably try to do some kind of Pokemon content, maybe like do like a ROM hack or something. I don't know, something. The only problem is then I gotta stick to it, and you guys know how I am with playthroughs. It's not really something. It has not been something that is meant for me. I feel like there's just too much pressure on playing a game for like 24 to like 30 plus hours straight, all on YouTube. That's intimidating to me. That's a lot of work. I don't like that. So I kind of look at it that perspective as well, but who knows? I mean, maybe we'll do like a month of edited content only on YouTube where there's no streams at all, but all the streams are going to be on Twitch of other games. Who knows? Maybe that could be the direction we go. I mean, I don't really have any like long-term plans with like kind of how I want to be creating content with this channel. I just want to be creating stuff. As long as I'm making things, that's pretty much the only goal that I have right now with the channel. Just as long as I'm active, that's where I'm at right now, and I'm at a very comfortable place with streaming and content creation as a whole. Like, you guys can probably tell, like, I'm super chill. Like, I am relaxed. I'm not here to like go super hard at anything. I'm just here. Let's pick up. Let's have a good time. Hang out with you guys. See how you guys are doing. Have a nice conversation. Let me go on my rants, talk about some things I'm passionate about, and call it a day. And I'll see you guys next time. That's pretty much where we're at. I think it's a good time. Probably should have let Ghost Guy take it. That was my bad. Or Persian. Yeah, because Persian's going to get eaten up by Tapu Koko. I don't even know. Is Tapu Koko next? I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy talking. Story of my life. Alright. No, we got one more round. Okay. Let's just do ice. That way just Marowak can do the job, and Marowak. Oh, actually that's a bad idea. I changed my mind. Go psychic. Go psychic, because we got two ghost types. Oh crap. Yeah, I just realized every single one of us except for Marowak is weak to ice. That's a my beat. That's a full-on my B. Okay. I don't even know what do I do. I'll grab citrus berry. Sure. But I mean, that's what I mean, like, as far as how Pokemon is learning from their mistakes when it came to max raid battles, where now we have this, where I mean, it's still a lot of spamming the same move over and over again, but at least there's enough variety to it where you don't know what Pokemon you're gonna have. You have to pick a route that might be difficult for you to battle the next Pokemon, so you have to rely on somebody else, or maybe you have to be a healer. Thank God there's no more shields. Shields were just stupid. It's like, oh, you can do super effective moves? Oh, well, what if I just add more HP and higher defense to make the raid last longer for no reason at all? That's basically what it was. And there's just such... I don't know if that was like a late addition to the game or what, but that was just such a backwards idea with how they wanted to go with all that. I don't know. It doesn't really make any sense to me at all. It really doesn't. But that's why, like, it's good, because I mean, Pokemon's something I'll probably enjoy for the rest of my life, which is pretty crazy to like say that out loud. Like me at like 60 years old, just picking up playing Pokemon. I could have my kid like, why are you still into it? Like my kid being like 30 years old or something. Like I played Pokemon when I was like 7 and I stopped, and you're 60 years old and you're still going strong. Like, yeah, cause it's fun. You got a problem with that? I have a good time. This is nice, relaxing. But that's why I'm like, as I get older, I want the series to get older with me, and that's something that's not always in the cards because they look at it from a marketing side where, I mean, hey, if it worked with the kid market to get me to love this game so much, why would they cater to a different market? So, I mean, I get it. I just wish there was a good balance between both, and I feel like Disney is always a good example where you could have like an 8-year-old get into like The Mandalorian, but you could also get a 60-year-old to watch The Mandalorian too. So I mean, just being able to like have that balance between both, and having like, just because it says family doesn't necessarily mean all of the families into it. It could just be it's for families, but it's mainly for kids and the parents tolerate it. Like that's kind of how I treat, like, I don't know if it's like a controversial opinion. Both like Detective Pikachu, I think it's an average movie. I think it's enough to keep me awake, like even if I'm not a Pokemon fan. It's just like, yeah, I'll stay awake. Like maybe I'll kind of go try to like get some things done around the house, or if I'm like actually at the movie theater, it might just can't really be on your phone, but it's just more like, okay, I guess I'll pay attention to the movie a little bit, try to follow the storyline. But I mean, I still feel like the Detective Pikachu is definitely meant for more of a kid audience, just kind of jokes and all that, how it goes and stuff. And I don't know, I didn't think the movie was that great. I thought Ryan Reynolds would be more funny in it, but I think because he was more restricted to a child like humor approach where he kind of had to keep it more PG, but that's why I was kind of hoping more for like between PG and PG-13 and stuff, and like kind of like having a happy medium between that. But I think Pokemon went between G and PG, but that's like a good perspective though, to kind of like see what works for nostalgia and child, kind of like childhood movies or stories and TV shows. Like, because a good example that kind of didn't work, which is too bad because I liked the movie a decent amount, and that was the Power Rangers movie, the one that came out in 2017 or 2018, I can't remember. But either way, I mean, I thought it was a solid movie, but it just didn't do that well at the box office. I think it only made like right around like $50 million, and for a movie with like a decent budget and a franchise like Power Rangers, like you'd want to be doing like 100 million. Like that would be kind of like the goal to be able to hit. And like if you can't get that off of a franchise as big as that, like then you kind of have to go back to the drawing board. Like, okay, what did we screw up here? And I think one of the issues that I had with the Power Rangers movie was they weren't really like first of all, I didn't really like the suits. I think they strayed away from the original design too much, and I did not like how long it took them to become Power Rangers, where I think they were more focused on the characters and building them up, where like the finale was them finally becoming Power Rangers, where sometimes I just wanted to see them just do cool shit. I mean, like, I try not to really swear here, but I mean that's what I wanted. Like, just go do cool things. I want to see some backflips and you knocking the crap out of the putties and just do some cool karate moves. That's basically what I wanted to see. I just wanted to see a lot more of that, but I kind of had to wait so long in the movie to be able to get to that, where it was just like, ugh. So I mean, I still think it was a solid movie, but as far as what they could have done, I thought Rita was like a little weird. Like, it's almost like creepy than it was like intimidating, or like having an actual like purpose with everything. I think they went too like alien on it, whereas like almost like Alien Rangers than Power Rangers, really. So, because like what I heard is, now this is basically my point of this is kind of going back to Pokemon, or any kind of like childhood like attachments you have, and wondering why they won't be catering to like someone like my age, or potentially your age as well. Because what they're doing right now with Power Rangers, because now Hasbro has bought the rights to them, so it's no longer under Saban. And with Hasbro, is they're going to be rebooting the franchise again. They're probably going to go for more of a PG approach, but I think it's going to be more true to what Power Rangers was, where it's cheesy, fun, maybe some decent storylines, likable characters, good diversity, so everyone feels like they have someone they can relate to in there, even though it was with the older one, but it's just more of just like more attraction to like maybe kids getting into Power Rangers all over again, where maybe like their goal is like their first experience to Power Rangers is the new movie instead of the TV show. And maybe you can flip the script, where instead of people that got into the TV show now are trying to watch the movie, maybe it becomes so big where the movie is huge, and then that trickles down to being able to watch a movie or watch the TV series. So you might be able to get a little bit of both, and there's always trying to sell figures, and maybe it was tougher to be able to sell a lot of figures because it was more like with the recent Power Rangers movie, it was more towards an older audience, so it wasn't as attractive to younger kids. And if you can't attract like 8-year-olds to 10-year-olds for the movies, then how are you going to be able to make money off of toys? Because you're not going to have guys like me being able to buy toys. So I don't know, there's just a lot of different things that I see, and I like to learn about this stuff too, because I get so frustrated why for example, like Pokemon, like, why are you not catering to me? Why are you not doing that? Like, it sounds selfish, but I look at me as a general audience, where I mean, there's millions of people my age, I think, that grew up with Pokemon, and now they're at this stage. So how are you able to balance the two to be able to get a good balance between both? Lockdown, you got to go to bed. Sounds good. Appreciate you coming out here. Really, really do. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you in the next stream, whether that's on YouTube or Twitch. Austin, you should work in Hollywood. You know, I mean, I always did like want to be, it's funny though, because like I always wanted to be like a Power Ranger, which ironically, so hopefully my girlfriend's not watching this, but I always wanted to, like, because I always wanted to be a Power Ranger, I wanted to like be one like the actual TV, like, uh-oh. My dog is dreaming and he's barking at something. I feel bad. I feel like I need to wake him up because I just feel bad. I'm gonna wake him up. I'm gonna do that. It's just one of those like where you just hear him like, whoop, 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 whoop. Like, don't worry, I got you. You're having a bad dream. Let me save you, buddy. All right, he's good now. I don't know if he's mad at me or happy with me right now. Did anyone see that episode where Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Power Rangers had a crossover? Yes. Yes, I did. That was... So my first experience with Power Rangers, I think, was the In Space era. And then there was just reruns of like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So honestly, like my first experience was with that like original group of Power Rangers before they would just recycle new ones every year, because there was like an actual story from the original Rangers to the In Space Rangers, because that was like the Zordon era, where that was pretty much the conclusion, where they would like hand off the baton to the next ranger rather than just find 5 new guys, where they all knew each other, they all were connected and stuff. So I was like on the tail end of that, because I mean Power Rangers came out like 1993. I wasn't even born yet. I was born in 94. So I mean by the time I was like 5 years old, it was like 99. So I mean that was pretty much right around when In Space was going down. So I got the tail end of that, and there's just more of like just watching Fox Sports. So just seeing Fox Sports. That's the adult me talking now because I'm so used to that. But Fox Kids, just watching Power Rangers in there in the morning, and then Saturday mornings, and then whenever I guess it was on. So I mean I was really big into that, because I mean I was like the Power Ranger guy before I was the Pokemon guy. So a little bit of craziness between that. All right, let's see what we got here. Nothing. Ah, okay, that's too bad. That's too bad. I'm not as mad because I'm actually having a good time just talking about this stuff, because I don't get to talk about this stuff to a lot of people. Like I feel like I learn a lot of information because I'm always interested in this stuff, but now I get to like splurge it all to you. Hey Neek, why do you always say hello, nice to meet you? Dude, you're like in almost every stream. Man, you're funny. It is, well, it's good to meet you too again, Anik. But yeah, so I mean, like we're all on Power Rangers now. We're in the Power Rangers talk, because you know what, I want to talk more about that, because there's a lot of information that I learned about that, and that was definitely a big part of my childhood. But going back to so if you guys look up, I think it's like Aniki cosplay. It's they have a Facebook where it's like a Facebook marketplace or a Facebook shop where you're able to go and where they pretty much have like cosplay for Power Rangers. But I always wanted that like as my Halloween costume every year, because like I'm probably never going to be that guy that like dresses up to go to like some kind of like Comic-Con or something like that. It's not really my style. But like for Halloween, yeah, I want to be that guy. I want to be the Ranger. But the only thing is, so I will say, so I bought 2 costumes. So I'll be getting the Red Ranger, the original Mighty Morphin Red Ranger. I was thinking In Space, but I was thinking more of like honestly, I would have preferred In Space. The only reason I didn't choose it is because less people know what it is, but everyone knows what Mighty Morphin is. So I'm like, I gotta go with the one that everybody knows. So I don't want any confusion. We're like, what the frick is, what's that? Is that a Power Ranger? What Power Ranger is that? Like, I don't want to deal with that. I'll just go with the OGs. So I got that, where I got the Red Ranger, and then I got my girlfriend the Pink Ranger, and they had some Black Friday deals going on. So I'm like, all right, there's gonna be one time for me to finally go into it. I'm gonna do it now, because like they take a while, because they literally measure every single part of your body. Like I literally had A to Z different body parts to be answered for measurements. So there's like 30 measurements that I had to do. Is crazy, because like they literally make it from scratch. So I'm gonna be super hyped when it comes, but I mean it takes like literally like 8 to 9 months for you to even get it. So I'm like, if I'm gonna order it now and make sure I have it by Halloween, I have to do it pretty much this year or super early next year. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go for it now. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm literally, this is funny. We're going against, we got yeah, because I'm trying to think from the anime where we had, it was Charmander that, or I should say Charmander. I can't do the Ash voice. It's too good. I can't disrespect Veronica Taylor like that. But that was where I'm pretty sure it was Charmander beats Exeggutor, and that's when it evolved in Charmeleon. So we kind of got a cool little anime reference right here. Oh, we're gonna light this thing up. It's gonna be a light up Christmas tree. Oh, I'll take pics for sure. Honestly, I'm probably gonna do a stream where it's literally Red Ranger plays Pokemon. That, I guarantee you, I will be doing that one of these days. I'm gonna get in the full outfit, and Red Ranger's gonna be playing Pokemon. I've already decided that, so that will be a thing. Bob Plays, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you out here tonight. Really do appreciate that. And yes, Power Rangers is originally in Japan. That is true. So I got some facts, because I listen to like a lot of like one of those like Comic-Cons where they'll have like the events or the panels. So I'll always throw that on YouTube and stuff and listen there. But yeah, so Bob, I'm talking about Power Rangers right now. Might be doing that for the next half hour. Really might be doing that. I'm gonna teach y'all some knowledge. Finally caught one of your live streams. I know, because I always catch you in the comments of all the videos afterwards, but I'm happy that I was able to do that. And this was spontaneous too. I wasn't totally sure if I was gonna be doing any streaming tonight, but I'm like, you know what, I'll hang out with you guys. It's fun. I enjoy it. Like, well, let's just do the casual shiny stream. Probably won't get any shinies because that's my luck now. I've accepted it. We're done with the shiny legendaries, I guess. They're just legal for me to have at this point. But yeah, so going back to Power Rangers, so this might be something that you may not know, even for Unique, is so Power Rangers came to the US in 1993. But do you know how many Power Rangers there were, or generations there were, before the first generation came to the US in 1993? Guess how many? Like, let's just say, like, guess how many Red Rangers were there before the very first Red Ranger that we know of as? Why don't you guys try to think of that? Because, and it's funny because, like, we have the evolution music right now, but it sounds like I'm putting you guys on the clock right now. That's what it sounds like. It's actually kind of funny. This will be your thinking. Did I get any of the new Reggies? I have not yet. I have literally just done this. Like, I mean, I did the main story, but this was it. This is all I've been doing. Oh my god, what am I doing with my life? Like, I need to get to, like, I need to, like, finish the rest of the game. I want to do the Galar Star tournament, but I want to do that with my 4 shiny Tapus, because that sounds fun. So we gotta wait till we get that, and then we'll go ahead and do the Galar Star tournament. Which reminds me, shoot, I forgot to put in an order for. So I was thinking, because it will begin the PS5, I also want to get the 4K, the Elgato 4K capture card, because the one I have right now, it literally doesn't have sound, and they told me to put in a ticket virtually so I can get that. So I'm gonna do that right now before I forget, or I can just leave this up or something like that. One of the two, something it'll work for something, right? Submit a ticket. Yeah, I can do that. And, you know, I'll just screenshot it, and I'll do that after we stream. Pokidalt, welcome to the stream, by the way. Literally just bought a Switch and Pokemon Sword a few days ago because I stumbled across one of your videos. Bro, what? What? Dude, that is awesome. Man, Pokemon better be slipping me some of that money there. Got a Switch and Pokemon Sword? I'm gonna have to ask Pokemon for some distribution rights on that one. Oh my god, dude, that is amazing. Man, we gotta get you in one of these streams then. Once you get to do the Dynamax Adventures. I hope you know though, like what we're doing right now, this is DLC content. You can only do that if you have the DLC. This is Crown Tundra. So just make sure you know that. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. My wife hates me. That's okay. You just gotta so I had like the big like financial talk with my dad, and that's just more because like me and my girlfriend, we're looking to probably buy a house by next spring, or at least like seriously start looking, where by then the goal is pretty much like where we pretty much have to follow a chart of where all the financials are going. And you know what, you guys ready to get some knowledge? You guys ready to get some adulting in right now? I'm not going to show you like what my actual finances are, but I'll show you all the things that I account for. And Anik, you're right, Japan launched Power Rangers since mid 80s. Might be, that sounds about right. But I think there was like 27 Red Rangers before the Red Ranger that we know of happened, which is pretty crazy. Mikey, tomorrow's my last day of school before my Thanksgiving break. Well, I hope you enjoy it. My work decided not to give me off on Friday, so I'm a little sad about that. Cause I mean, like we're a retail company, so like we sell shoes and stuff. So I mean, like we have like, I don't know, it just kind of sucks because like I do all the graphics for it. Like, do I really gotta be there for it? I mean, it's a 45-minute commute. Can I just at least like work from home while you guys are all doing your thing on the sales floor? Like, you don't need me like actually there. So I'm a little annoyed with that, but yeah, I'm gonna give you guys, see, as you guys know, I normally like to give some life lessons every single stream, or at least just kind of let you guys know what I went through, and maybe you guys can learn from that. So, let me look this up. Oh, nope, not that. Not express orders. I will be doing those later. Expenses. Here we go. All right, you guys ready to realize how expensive it is to live life? You guys ready for this? All right, so I'm just gonna go through all the things to account for when you pretty much are trying to become financially independent. This is a free lesson for you guys. Free lesson. Hey, Amaya, what is up? Glad to see you out here tonight as well. Just joined. Hello, everybody. Heard you're annoyed about work. I mean, I'm just like, I wish I could have got Friday off, like Black Friday off. Like, come on, I can't even get that off. I think just because the company, they're a lot of their like 90% of their employees are all hourly and on salary. And I mean, I've already been working for a while. Like with my last job, I mean, most people naturally just get off on Black Friday. It's just like, why would you get off on Thanksgiving and then go back to work and then have 2 days off? It just doesn't make sense. Just give the 4 days, get a nice little mini vacay. That's kind of how I look at it. And it's just, I just don't think that they're used to like giving people off for salary employees. So I don't know, I might have to talk to them about that, because I don't even know what days I have off, like how many vacation days I have, because I have to get through like the trial period basically until like I'm good for benefits and stuff. More adulting stuff. I hope everyone is either in like college, or if you're in high school, well, you're about to understand how expensive everything is. You guys ready? All right, so this is everything to account for when it comes to basically dividing up your weekly or your monthly paycheck, or your bi-weekly, whatever, however you get it. But I divide everything by month, so I know exactly where to put money aside. So it could be 2 paychecks, could be 4, I don't know, however you guys live your life. All right, so first thing is rent. All right, everyone has rent. You'll need to be paying for that. That's number one, easy one. Next one is IRA. So that's pretty much going to be something like, if you don't have a 401k, you got to be putting money aside so you can retire, because nobody wants to be 75 years old and still working a day job. That's not going to be fun. It's not going to be good for your back. You want to be retired by like 65. So you got to start putting money away right away. And it should kind of be like between, like, you start out like 5%, putting that away every paycheck. Then the goal is to get to about 10% so you can be financially stable. All right, next thing, car payments. I don't care if your car is paid off. You gotta have money aside for your car, because you got to be ready for your next car. So you got to start putting money aside. All right. Next is car insurance. You got a car, you got to pay insurance. Put money aside for that every month. Who knows how much your guys' cost? I mean, I got mine pretty down because I'm a good driver, because I don't like getting tickets. It's not very fun. So there's that. Next thing, renter's insurance. That'd be for a house. So if you're renting out a house, you got to pay money aside for that every single time. There you go there. More money. All right. Next up is health insurance. Nobody likes health insurance, because there's 2 sides. There's one side where everyone should have free health insurance. The other side where you should be paying for a certain level of health insurance. I don't want to get politics on it, but we got to pay for it. So you got to put money aside for that. Next thing is health club. We got to be going to the gym. We got to be healthy, right? We can't sit on a chair all day, but we can, but it's not going to be good for our bodies. So you got to pay for a gym. Next thing is groceries. Groceries ain't cheap either. I mean, we all got to eat. We got to eat 3 times a day at least. Can't live on ramen forever. Got to change it up so your tongue doesn't hate you. You got to deal with that. Then you got to start putting money aside every month for Christmas and birthdays. I mean, do you want to just pull out $300 or whatever and just spend there, or do you want to prepare for that? So there's something there. You got to prepare for that. Put money aside every single month so you know exactly what your budget's going to be and what you can spend for when it comes to holidays or birthdays. Next is going out. Everybody likes to go out, have a drink, go hang out with some friends, buddies, do stuff. Got to put money aside for that. Next thing, cell phone. We all have a cell phone. We got to pay a bill. Just part of life. Next is anyone that went to college. You ain't getting college for free. Nope, Bernie ain't president. You paying for that. So everyone's gonna be in debt there, unless if you got very nice parents that pay everything for you. And that would I don't know. I kind of like a little bit of both. They can help out a little, but you also are able to understand the importance of an education and what that can potentially do for you. So you get a little humble on there. But either way, college repay, whatever that is. My girlfriend, I mean, she went to school 4 years, nurse. She's paying like $400 a month for that. I went to 2-year school. I'm paying, I don't know. I'll tell that information. I'm like $100 a month. I'm like 7K in debt. And then furniture, if you get a new home, we don't really count that. Cause I mean, I guess if you have a home, I mean, that's kind of like part of like the home pay, stuff like that. Gas, you drive to work, got to pay for a certain amount of gas a month. I mean, I drive 45 minutes to and from work every single day. That ain't cheap. That's like $150 in gas every single month just to work. Ain't cheap. Hey, you guys like watching me stream? You guys like watching Netflix? You guys like going on the YouTubes? Well, that costs money. You gotta pay for cable or you gotta pay for internet. That's gonna be like $100 a month right there. Right around that. Oh, wait. Oh, and you guys thought we were done? We're not done yet. Hey, what happens if your car breaks down? What do you gotta do? You gotta put money aside for that as well. You gotta be prepared for the unprepared. So, you gotta put money aside for car maintenance. Other thing is utilities. Oh, you thought rent was just a certain expense. Oh, you guys are silly. Oh, don't forget about paying for utilities so you can have heat and electricity to use your cable. And then oh wait, there's more. What about a significant other? What about saving up for a ring or a wedding or a honeymoon? All that stuff, put money aside for that. Oh, did I even say vacation? Is vacation even possible after paying for all those things? Well, if it is, you got to put money aside for that because you'll never be able to have a vacation if you can't put money aside for all that. So just if you guys, I mean, hey, first thing to at least being financially aware. You might be paycheck to paycheck, but at least so you know exactly where everything's going. You can save a little bit every month. In the end, it's going to put some perspective in your head, but also maybe stress you out a little bit less because you know everything that's coming in and everything that's going out. So there's my life lesson for you guys today. Tally all of the different sections where that money's going to be going. Know what you can be spending on things on, what you can't be spending things on, because in the end you might be having a big bank account, but in the end if you didn't allot money that should be going towards this thing, well, you can't just pull more money out because that was supposed to be going towards something else. So that's adulting for you guys. That's adulting. And you know what? I'm not even on my own yet. This is just preparing for it. So once I'm on my own, oh my god, I'm gonna have to have my notepad. Oh, spent money on Subway today. That's going part of food. Oh shoot, we spent $500 on food because we went out way too much. Holy crap, we're 200 in the hole. And I guess we're not gonna be able to go out anymore because something's gonna have to give. And I guess we're gonna be eating ramen and we're gonna be sitting at our computer every day. But for me, I guess I don't really mind that too much. This is almost my going out time. So, but yeah, there's the life lessons for you guys. You guys probably got way too much information on that, but hey, people pay to learn that little bit of tidbit and information right there. People literally do. So people are getting knowledge right now. All right, anything cool? That ain't cool. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. All right, going 04. Didn't like that one. Did not like that one. But now that we're done talking about adulting things and financial things, I would love to go back to Power Rangers because then it makes me forget about being an adult. All right, let's get that Koko. That Koko though. I watched Power Rangers so much back then because character original is 6 and Transform become reboots. I wish if I'm an adult I can watch relax about anime. Hey, there's things, just because you're an adult doesn't mean you can't enjoy other things that may not be considered as adulting. I think everyone needs their own relaxing time. Everyone needs to separate from reality and do whatever you need to relax, to still enjoy life, because once adulting hits, you definitely need to appreciate those things. I just go buy bread and make bread and soup at home. I have plenty of soup. I mean, hey, y'all do what you gotta do. as long as the biggest thing is I just want everybody to be smart and be educated about finances. That's all that matters. You just need to understand where everything needs to go so you have that base knowledge, you have goals that you want to hit. Because if you're just throwing money in a savings account and you just don't know what it's going to, you just know, like, I should probably put money aside, it's just gonna go in there. Like, you gotta know where everything's going, and then you realize once you divvy out all the expenses that are there, then you realize, wow, I might be making a decent amount every month, but I'm spending a decent amount every month too. I actually don't have that much money to be able to go spending my money willy-nilly on random things. So that's just one thing I hope that you guys can take away today is even if you're like 16, I don't even think that matters. Like, you should still know, even if you're like 16 years old, you have to pay your phone bill. And let's say you're working like 10 hours a week or something. I don't know. And you're getting like, I don't know, let's say $200 to $300 a month. And you have to pay $100 for your phone. That means you only have $200 for the rest of the month, and you have to figure out how you want to be able to spend that for fun. And it's just good to do that. Like, oh, you want a PS5? Well, look ahead, start saving that up now. That $200 a month. Maybe you can't save 200. Maybe you can save 25 to 50 bucks a month, and in a year it'll be at $600, and you'll be able to afford yourself a nice PS5. So it's all about, like, hey, everybody makes a different amount of money, but everyone can save money still. And even if that's $1 a month, in the end, you're still putting something away. I can't relax much when I do my family forcing me off, but it makes me work even if I'm exhausted. Like, yeah, I mean, everyone is in different situations, and I think that's always important to understand, where people are either people could still be working their booty off, working more hours than what they should, but still being able to maybe put a little bit aside, or still can't do that much, but still at least understanding the value of money and knowing where exactly that needs to go and prioritizing the important stuff first. Did you know you can play the new Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS4? I did, but I do plan on I do plan on buying a PS5 eventually. So I just thought, well, if I'm gonna get a PS5, I might as well just wait to play Miles Morales on PS5. If I had full intent of not getting a PS5 for at least a year from now, then I'd be like, okay, I'll just go buy Miles Morales for PS4. But I mean, my goal is to have it within the next 2 to 3 months, PS5. So I mean, if I can do that, then I'm more than willing to be patient for Miles Morales. Austin, my gym now requires all members to wear face masks for workout. It's hell plus extra cardio. You should try it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I that is like one of the worst things, because like, I mean, I try to go to the gym like three times a week. I feel like that's enough for me right now. We'll see if I need to bump it up a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it is like doing cardio. I mean, just the deep breaths you have to take and having a mask on, it's insane. So what my gym is doing is, like, you pretty much have to be wearing a mask like when you're walking around, but if you're like at your station, if you're like on a stair step or an elliptical, you can pull that down just so you can like actually breathe through all that. But then they also have like an area where it's strictly like you can't take your mask off at all or anything like that, so you're able to, like, for people that are higher risk, they can at least have a little bit of assurance that they know when they go to this area there won't be anyone with their masks off. So it's all they're doing the best they can, because I mean, in the end, like if you're exhausted and you got like it's not probably not good for your brain. You're probably not getting all the oxygen that needs to get to your brain doing deep breaths like that. All right, I'm gonna keep this guy. He's a good boy. Yeah, what was I talking? I was talking about with the Power Rangers. Yeah, because like, I think I pretty much did my analysis with when it comes to that stuff with Pokemon, and how I want them to still be catering to me with being able to cater to a younger audience. But I don't think, maybe Japan just doesn't know how to do it well enough. I don't know, because I mean, there's like good like animes, like I'm gonna, ooh, which by the way, have you guys seen for My Hero Academia? It looks like they were doing some teasers for potentially either the third season, or not the third season, but the next season or the third movie. I don't know what it is for, but if they drop a trailer, I might do a trailer reaction on my channel. Because if you guys remember back when I had my, what was it? Back when I had my update video. How long has it been since I've done my update video? It's been a little bit since I've transitioned to doing like the Twitch streaming. Go to my videos. So about a month ago. So pretty much from a month ago, I've literally only done Pokemon content on the channel. Holy crap, I've literally only done Pokemon content. But back in that update video, I was going to be doing stuff other than just Pokemon on the YouTube channel, but it was going to be something close to kind of what Pokemon is virtually. So we'll see like some anime content where I'd like to make some edited videos on My Hero Academia, kind of like that stuff. We'll see how it does on the channel, but I don't know, it's just kind of like, I just like so many different things, and like it was great doing Pokemon exclusively for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and it's just like, I don't know, there's just more things that I want to be doing. But you guys can bet your booty that I will be doing Pokemon content whenever a new game drops, because we can probably look forward to next year. Well, no, we 100% can look forward to next year with Pokemon Snap 2, or whatever. I think is just labeled as Pokemon Snap, but just updated for Switch. But it's a new game, so we got that 100% will be on the channel. And then there's still Pokemon Unite that we're waiting for. That's a game that I definitely want to. I hope it's gonna be good. I hope it is going to be as competitive as League of Legends. I hope it's going to be good balance. I hope it's not going to be a frustrating game. I really hope they take their time with it. And I think a lot of because like, as you guys know, I mean, it got terrible reception when it was revealed because everyone thought it was going to be a new main series title. And I blame Pokemon for that. I mean, they should just said it's going to be a new mobile game. If they left it as that, there would have been zero hate. 100% zero hate. So it just kind of sucks that they just botched on the marketing there. They really did. But Unite is something that I would very much like to bring to the channel. I think that'd be a very fun game to get into. I've never really done any of the League of Legends stuff before, but because honestly, it's a little intimidating to me just because there's so much to know. And yeah, I don't know much of it, but I mean, hey, if they're doing a Pokemon skin on it, I would very much like to do that. That's why I said too with TFT, where you guys saw I did some TFT streams in the past, and they do very well because it's not Pokemon. But with that game, the auto chess game, I mean, if they have a Pokemon skin to it, oh my god, it would be freaking amazing. I guarantee it would be like one of the best games Pokemon's had. I know it would have its own core audience that could last for a very, very, very long time. So I would love to see an auto chess Pokemon game. It looks like it's a perfect fit for it. I really believe that. So we will see what happens with, because it looks like they're at least trying different things. They're looking to reach different audiences. I mean, they've had a competitive battling Pokemon game like actual like with Pokken. They had that. So I mean they just have they're doing a good job venturing out and trying different things. And I don't know if like that's what they're looking for, trying to cater to different audiences. I'm not really sure, but in the end, I like the ambition where they kind of just send it to different developers, give them the Pokemon property, and they can build from there. The only thing I'm honestly really hoping for is I am so tired of the same renders or the same models of these 3D Pokemon. Like, they need to do something. Give them a different pose, or like, we've seen the same 3D models since 2013. Like, you're telling me you can't give it a new pose? A new pose. That's all I'm asking for. And they can't even do that. They're like, do decent animations. So that's like one thing where I don't know what their manpower is. I don't know how they utilize their funds, but there's a lot of things that I would very much like to see Pokemon improve with the franchise. That's why I'll be the biggest Pokemon fan in the world, but I'll also be the greatest critic in the world, because I know what they can do. I know what they're capable of. It's just more of, are they willing to break the marketing mold and spend a little bit more time developing their games. So that's why, like, you know what? I hope there's not a main series game in 2021. I know there will be, because they're basically one main series game a year now at this point. I mean, this year was DLC, but I mean, still main series content. So I just think that this might be the trend. I hope it's not. I hope they really learned from Sword and Shield that they need to spend more time developing the game, or they need to have more manpower building that game, because what's happened with Sword and Shield and how it was developed, and this is a straight up unfinished game. It really is. There's just blatant missed content in here, and it's too bad. It's too bad. I mean, I still will say I enjoyed my time, but I definitely have a decent amount of changes that I would be doing with the franchise. So we'll kind of see how it all goes. But that goes back to, like, with Brandon saying, like, dude, I would love to be, like, doesn't even need to be in, like, the entertainment business, or like of movies, working with video games too, or just like being like one of the decision makers in the franchise. I mean, I don't even know, like, what kind of a degree you need to have. Do you need to, like, start from the bottom dirt of the organization and work your way up? Do you have to have multiple marketing degrees? I don't really know what it means to have that, to earn that right, or if, like, you just don't have it. Where, I mean, first of all, I'm American. I'm not Game Freak. I'm not Japanese. I don't speak their language. I don't even know how they would even want to listen to me. Anyways, like, what does this kid know? I mean, I've been around. I feel like I have good ideas. Do I know the logistics of everything? But I mean, with what I'm doing now with work, I mean, the decisions I'm making is based on what our budget is, what our marketing is, and there's a lot that goes into it. So I'm kind of learning why decisions are made and how decisions are formed. So it's a lot of interesting info and basically how the world works, how the money world works. And in the end, video games come down to money. So they have to make a game entertaining for people to buy it. But if they are able to do the same thing over and over again, and they still continue to see profit, like good profit every generation, they don't have much need to really put more effort into the games. They just need to do the bare minimum. And that could just be like, man, they just struck gold. Pokemon, just the core concept of Pokemon is all they need for every game to succeed. It's kind of sad, where I almost want a Pokemon game to fail miserably, like a main series, like new generation game to fail miserably, so they can learn that they don't just have to rely on an automatic profit by just making a new game come out. I mean, obviously there's always some effort put in, but it's just more, I always treat it as it's like the minimum, where they could always do more than what it really is. And that's where it comes down to, like, I think Cyberpunk's a perfect example. If the game isn't finished, delay it. Just delay it. What's gonna happen? Maybe your stock goes down a little bit, but in the end, it's gonna go up in the end if it is a perfect game. A bad game sent out early is a bad game forever. But a game that's delayed till it's good is good forever. So I just kind of look at it that perspective, where quality, I feel like, will result in more money anyways. And then you have more people playing it, where I think that's kind of a thing too, where you got to be looking at, like, how fast these people are dying off in the game, where maybe they pick it up and they play it in a weekend and they didn't really like it, game's over, but you know what, they'll try it again next year. Or do you want to be using YouTube? Do you want to be using Twitch as something that, like, is this a way to kind of gauge how well this game is doing? Where if you're looking, let's say there's 100,000 people playing the new Pokemon game in the weekend, and in 3 weeks it goes down to like 5,000. I would consider that a failed game. It could just because everyone played the game, they finished it, they're done, they're good, that's it, move on. Very well could be the case, but it's just more of maybe that's something that they haven't had the option to look at before, But now they can look at those analytics and like, look, guys, no one's playing our game like after opening weekends. This isn't good. We made a profit, but maybe we could make a better profit if we have the hype of our game not only go for like an opening weekend or two, but we have, instead of like with, let's say 100,000 people on Twitch and YouTube live streaming the game opening weekend, and it only goes down to like 60,000 or 75,000 2 months later. That is going to make more money for them because you're going to be seeing more people playing the game constantly. So it's going to be a popular game. It's going to stay trending, and I think it's going to bring in more revenue. That's just something that maybe they haven't looked at, and now they have that option too. So maybe that could be part of their new analytics and how important something like that is to stay relevant, where people continue to keep playing the game. And maybe that means it needs to be a post-game content, or it needs to be better battling, so people see the game. There is a reason to pick it up other than just doing like the main playthrough. So I don't know. There's a lot of thinking that goes along with this stuff, guys. It really is. With Battlefront 2, it was horrible at first, but they made it way better and people loved it. Yeah, I would agree with that. So the only problem is by the time Battlefront was good, everybody kind of already gave up on the game anyways. Like original Battlefront, that was a mess. But like even with Battlefront 2, like it started out pretty dang shaky. Like there was a lot of issues with it again. But then it came down to them improving the quality of life, having really good updates as time went on. But it's good that they were able to cater to those fans that were still playing the game, and they're willing to stick it out with them while it's bad. But at the same time, by the time you finally made it good, most people didn't care. They were done with it. You had your shot, you had your light, you had people's investment, and then they stopped. And that's where you kind of have to look at, like, you gotta capitalize on it early. And that comes down to TV shows. There's so many times where people are like, oh, you couldn't get into the show, why not? Like, because it wasn't a good first season. Like, oh, well, you just have to get through the first season to get to the next one. Like, no, the first season should be good. Why do I have to suffer through a horrible first season just to get into the next one? Like, there's that too. And it's so important to really capitalize once you send out that product at first. So that's why it's so important really to give it all you can. And if it's not ready, it's not ready. Take your time, get it ready when you can. Does anybody have a Dialga raid? Well, I will shout you out, Bryce and Brittany. So, I mean, hey, if anybody does have a Dialga raid, by all means, let them know in the chat. Be a pal, be a buddy. But I am a little worried though, like when it comes to any of these legendary raids, that, I mean, the game has been out for a little bit. So anyone that's not doing the shiny hunting, they may very well maybe already got their legends and they're done. They don't even know what's in there. Where if they did any kind of raid, it would just be more to help somebody else instead. Kill it. Kill Ninjask. Well, you know, once I do, it's going to come back anyways as a new Pokemon regardless. Actually, you know what? Has anybody looked at for shiny odds? So let's say I catch a shiny Ninjask, and then I do like the one party or like the empty party slot method to get the I'm forgetting the evolution of it, or like the other form of it, like the hollow one. I can't remember. But if it's shiny, does that mean you automatically get the other shiny of that? You guys know what I'm talking about? What's this thing's name? It has like the wonder or something. Ninjask evolution. Shedinja, that's what it is. It's like where like it sheds its skin. So oh yeah, that's what it was. Cause like the thing evolves into Ninjask, and then you have the Shedinja left over. But anyways, I just didn't know like if that's shiny, does that mean you automatically get a shiny Shedinja then? I don't know if I've ever thought that deep on that Pokemon. That's a real in-depth thought, and I guess once I talk for a while, then yeah, start to get those thoughts, and you just really start to wonder. I hope a great quality Sinnoh remake happens, but most likely Game Freak going to make it average. I agree with that, Amaya. I have my hopes pretty low. I'm sure you guys already know my opinion when it comes to remakes. I just think they're unnecessary. I mean, you have an entire region to work with, and you're telling me that you can only come up with one story for that entire game? I just think that's the laziest garbage I have ever heard in my entire life. Like, if we go back to Sinnoh, just give me a different story. You can literally render everything in 3D. Everything can be what it is. You can even I mean, it's just more of like, give me something new, like an entirely new story to play the game. Give me new protagonists. I don't need this past protagonists. They can be their kids for all I care. It doesn't matter to me. Just give me something like, find new legendaries or something in the Sinnoh region, or one of the legendaries or like one of the mythical Pokemon. That's like the new storyline where something's going on with it, or we have a new evil team within that region, or someone is resurrected from there. Like anything. Like, you can do so much. You can make your own lore. You can make new lore with mythical and legendary Pokemon. There's so much you can do, and the fact that they stick to the one story they made that took them 3 years to do, you can't spend another 3 years having a completely new story within the same region and get me a completely new experience playing the game. I just don't know how, why they wouldn't ever want to do that. I mean, I just don't feel like remakes are even necessary when a game's only 10 years old. Like, why? You can't just make the game available on Virtual Console on the Switch and just play Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum on there? Why not? They're good games. And I don't need them in 3D. I like the version of that. I don't know. I mean, by all means, update the game, make it in 3D. Give me great graphics, even though it's not like Switch really shows out on graphics, or nor does Pokemon games, so it's not like that even really matters. So I mean, you'd be using the engine with the Switch, and we all see the final result of that. Everything's horribly rendered. So I mean, at this point, give me just something new. Give me something fun. Give me a fresh new take. Give me a new like I'm all for new forms of Pokemon where we got them new megas in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, which were great. But I mean, that's cool. But in the end, I played virtually the same game minus a little bit of change with the legendaries with the primal forms, but it was pretty much the same game. I mean, they reskinned the Team Aqua. That was it. So they just look different. They're all the same. They just gave them a different look. So it's not like it was anything like, it was the same game. You just skinned it to different to characters of color. You had the I don't know. It was all pretty same game. They just kind of just changed the look. I mean, the protagonist looked a little bit different. They kind of cutesied them up. I didn't really understand that. Why would you cutesy up the characters? They already look good as is. I mean, you guys know how I feel about the pupil eyes. They don't need to be that big. Keep them skinny. I like that. That was something unique to Pokemon. Just their art style. Like, the second you saw that, you knew it was Pokemon. But I mean, we see so many art styles with those big pupils all the time now. It's just not that exciting. It's not unique. I thought Pokemon really had a good thing. So I just don't. Sometimes I feel like you don't need to cater an art style to the trend. This is my opinion. If you got what works, why do you got to cater to what other people are doing? Be yourself. Be unique. Do you. You don't need to follow trends just to follow trends. It's not going to make you more money. It really isn't. I mean, maybe sometimes, but I mean, like, overall, it's really not going to do that much. As long as you have a good product, a good story, characters you can invest in, that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Brandon's just absolutely loving everything I have to say right now. I appreciate that, man. But I mean, I feel like I know I'm not the only person that thinks like that. I'll never be a fan of anything to the point where I will defend them for things they do wrong. People do things wrong all the time. There's Michael Jordan. He's missed free throws before. He hasn't won every NBA championship. He's done a pretty good job, but he's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And I think it's important to realize that and know the things that you're not good at and how to overcome those things and improve those if you need other people to help you out with that. I mean, that's what a team does. You just have to look at it in perspective and how to improve a product, how to maybe market the product better, and how you can sell more copies. How can you engage other audiences? Are you only looking at one demographic? What happens if you try to expand your demographic? How do you put those two and mesh them together? And I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. There really is. But I mean, with Pokemon being like one of the biggest profiting companies in the entire world, I mean, I feel like I feel like you could do it if you wanted to. But what do I know? I'm just some 26-year-old that's just has opinions. But I love having these conversations with you guys. That's why I like live streaming. I get to have all this stuff. You think I would be able to make a YouTube video off this? Do you guys realize how long it would take for me to make a video like that? I don't got time with that. I just title this video me going on 10 different rants. I'll just label the subject of every rant in the title. That's what I'll do. First, gives financial advice, talks about Power Rangers, complains about Pokemon, goes on to talk about I don't know, a lot of different things. What time is it? 10:30. I've been doing this. We're right around like about hour and a half-ish. We could probably call this. We'll call this last raid tonight. This is a good talk, guys. Good talk. Glad to have you guys out here tonight. This is fun. Yeah, I think we'll see. We're gonna be pretty busy at work with getting ready for Black Friday stuff. So in the end, I don't know. No promises about tomorrow if I'm gonna be doing any streaming. If I do, it's gonna be on Twitch. Gotta change it up. Can only handle so much shiny hunting by the fact that I can't get the shiny I so longly need. So gotta keep my interest in this as long as I can. If I do it more than like 2 days in a row, just like I can't do it. Anik, but if I'm age 15, I stopped watching anime and television because it's so sad when a little anime series. What do you mean by like a little anime series? Do you mean like the shortened ones? Or I mean for me, I'm not like super big on anime. Like I definitely like, I mean, I got my brother and his fiance, which don't watch like cartoons or anime or really anything that much. And I showed them My Hero Academia. They binge watched that entire series in like 2 weeks. Like they got like full on addicted. I'm like, that's why like really the art style or the approach of the aesthetics of the show, it really doesn't matter. It just comes down to the story really. And all you have to do is make the character relatable, get a root for the other characters. You have to be invested to see what the story is long term. You have to make the storyline mature enough so people can take that story seriously. And that's pretty much it for the check boxes for a good show. No one ever says an adult show has to be live action. No one ever said a kid show has to be cartoons. Like that, those are just the that's like, I would say like the status quo, but there's no reason to like actually follow it. You just have to choose the approach that you want to take with your art. And if you feel like your art might be better suited animated, but you want to send your message, your story to an older audience, then why not? Why not do that? I don't see the issue with that. It's just an approach that you decide to take. So I don't know. There's a lot of I feel like people just get used to and they make assumptions on how things should be, and they make the opinion on that without really giving it a try. And that's where it's like I don't even understand. Like, do you like anime? What does that mean? I like watching animated characters. What does that have to do with anything? I like to watch good stories. Like, just because it's anime, that literally does not mean anything to me. Like, well, what's the story? What's it about? Who's this character? What's what's the goal of the show? And once I kind of understand that, like, then I can make my decision whether or not I would be interested in it, really. So I mean, that's why, like, I don't really know. What do you mean? Do you like anime? I mean, there's some animes I like, but like, that'd be like, do you like live action? Like, what do you mean? Do you like live action? Well, do you like TV with people in it? Like, well, yeah, but I'm not gonna watch all of them. I'm gonna watch a good story. I'm gonna watch good characters. That's what I'm gonna watch. So I just think it's kind of funny how everything's like stereotyped into different categories that literally mean nothing. It's just the visuals that you get out of it. So I don't know. These are good talks tonight, guys. I'm glad I streamed. I am glad I did that. It's just funny though, just because like this is Pokemon, but like there's so many things non-Pokemon related that I'm talking about in a Pokemon stream. It's just funny. You know, it's 10:30. I'm really hoping this does not have energy. Like, I'm really hoping like this does not have caffeine in it, because I gotta go to work in the morning. Okay, it's caffeine free. Thank God. I was like, please do not have this. Is like one of those like sparkling ice. And I was just thinking like, man, I've been sipping this the whole stream and I'm feeling pretty good. Like I'm not on that like I don't know, like normally like I need the caffeine to kind of keep me going through the rest of the night, especially if I'm working all day. But oh man, I was like, please don't have caffeine, otherwise I'm gonna be wired and I won't be able to go to bed. Nope, good. Caffeine free. Thank God for that. Oh my gosh. I'm really enjoying the conversation topics tonight. Well, I'm glad you guys are. that's why like streaming it's just fun. It's fun. There are many television channels who also have cartoon series that the time is changed to advertise back in 2016, but I miss every old cartoon so much. Just kind of like how they changed the approach with it. Yeah, I get what you're saying, where I mean that's even a thing too, like when it comes to art style as well, where that kind of goes back to my point with trends, where I mean we've seen like how animated shows that like we saw then to what the animated show is now. I mean the art style is completely different. Like it's a lot more cartoony, it's a lot more childish, it's cutesy. And like off the top of my head, Ben 10. A little bit more detailed in the characters back to kind of like when I was growing up and saw it, and they even did like an older series where it was great. It was something that would be more attractive to me, but now it's something that's just a very, very cartoony style look to it. But that goes to my point too, like if the story's good, maybe it doesn't matter to me. But I feel like also like you can also kind of tell what the direction they're going in, like who the audience is, by like how cutesy and stuff the character is. So I mean, I do kind of have some contradicting points, but I feel like just that, like that's what helps develop the stereotype. All right, this is gonna be it right here, guys. Are we gonna be able to pull it off? That is so sad. That is just so freaking sad. Sparkling ice, yes, it's called sparkling ice, Brandon, and this is like it literally shows like the lemon in the ice. Let's see there. Pretty. Yeah, looking like no shiny for me tonight, as per usual. This ain't out of the norm, unfortunately. But I thought, you know what, maybe one of these times. I was just like, I was hoping I could finally get on stream, because I'll still be like just kind of getting ready for bed. I'll be doing the next one. I'll be doing some more shiny hunting, but I'm just not really gonna be paying attention as much. Just gonna be sitting on the side of my bed while I'm doing other stuff and kind of getting ready to go to sleep. So anyways, it was a great talk tonight, guys. I'm glad I could do my little rants. I'm pretty sure I hit all the check boxes that normally happen with my streams anyways. So I hope you guys had a good time. Don't forget to hit that like button. That's always appreciated. Show your support for the channel. Once again, if you guys want to become members, you guys are always more than welcome to. Super chats, anything. It's always appreciated. It's never needed, just always appreciated. Trying to just go off the rant because like I'm just like I'm good. I'm good. This is a good stream. Just like break. Last thing, honestly, just don't forget to ring the bell, guys. Ring the bell so you guys know exactly when I'm gonna go live. That's the biggest thing. So you guys know when you guys can see me next. I'll put in here because I will be on Twitch next. I will take a little bit of break here. So I'll do twitch.tv/resort originals. And you guys can follow me there. Not really sure what game I'm going to be playing next, but all you guys can know is that there will be something played on Twitch. Not sure about tomorrow. We'll try to see maybe something this weekend. Otherwise, you guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving or holiday break, whatever you guys celebrate. Either way, have a wonderful time. Hope you guys enjoy your time off. If you get any of that, friends, family, all that, stay safe. And once again, you guys are amazing. I'll see you